Hey you guys, so a couple of things I want to touch on. Remember I said I wanted to see what would happen when these demons left, if my thoughts would start coming back. There's either one or two things that are happening. Either my thoughts are coming back now because one of the big demons was casted out, or this one that's here is still trying to hurt me, and it's going after my kids. And I'm not sure yet which it is, but this thing has been trying to hurt me something terrible. And this is the one that's Nityananda. So I'm leaning towards that it's this thing trying to hurt me, trying to get me depressed and then get me in a very bad place. So as what I normally do, I go deeper into God. So here's what I'm doing tonight. I don't know if you can see it good. I just started. I'm painting the Stairway to Heaven. And I found a new page online that is really awesome. It's called Got Questions. It answers all things about the Bible. And so one of the things that it's talking about is, why is church important? And you know, one of the first things he says is that it's not outright stated that we must belong to a church. It's implied. It's implied in the Bible. And he explains where that is. And it makes sense. I mean, when you're knowing about energy and what happens when you get in a room of people praying, the energy in the room changes. When you're around other people that are praying and, for the most part, try to live their life for God, you're able to have that support. You're able to know where to go in your community to serve others. For me, that is the big thing. That is the big thing. I want to serve others. So, I mean, this is why I have kept coming back on this internet through all of this abuse, is because I want to help people. And so going to a local church it appears to be extremely important. And here's the downside. I've had terrible experiences with the church, and the only thing that I really would like to tell you is, you've got to really work on building up your discernment, and that's a must. You must do this. You must do this. You know, this guy in here says it also it holds you accountable. You have people to hold you accountable. Well, you know, the churches today that got 500, 700 members, who's holding who accountable? I don't know. These people that are making these videos up, I don't know what small town they live in, but that's not what I've seen anywhere. Okay? You know, the pastor will, as far as I have seen so far, the pastor will stand at the door on Sunday. If you're lucky, you may get to say, "Hey, pastor, how are you?" And that's the end of it. So I've never had the experience of having anybody mentor me or even care. I'm going to tell you something. When I moved up here, when I was going to the Southern Baptist Church, it was when my daughter was going through all this stuff with DCF, and they wanted me to get somebody to back me up in case anything ever happened to me and I had to go in the hospital, that somebody would say they would take care of my granddaughter until I got out, if they would put her with me. And I asked for the church for help in locating somebody who might be willing to do that. They would not even help me. So this has been my experience here. So I don't know. I guess we all have to just take it as it comes, at least try it. You know, what I can tell you is, the more that we separate ourselves and segregate ourselves, the easier of a target we are for Satan. There's power in numbers. There's power in numbers. You've got to find a group of people within that church that you click with, that because we're not going to get along with everybody. So we got to find people in that church that we click with and build up a relationship with, even volunteer with, go out in the community and help people with this same group of people. And that is how we will get to, I guess, even have the support and be held accountable to each other. I guess that's how that will happen. But we've got to find at least a small group of people that we click with within a church. And these days it's very hard. That's all I can say. People don't even speak to each other in church anymore. It's crazy. It's so crazy. The only time people talk to each other is when the pastor tells them, look to the person to the side of you and say good morning, That's it. That's it. So I don't know what the answer is. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the answer is. But if anything is to change, we can't keep doing the same old things that we used to do. And from what I know of my own experience, isolation is not the answer. It's not the answer. But we must have discernment. Because I will tell you, Satan is all up in these churches. Satan is all up in these churches. So you've got to have discernment, period. You can't think because you're in a religious place that you're safe. And that's not being a fear monger. That's being realistic. And it's something that we all have to learn. So as long as you go there with this in mind, but you have an open heart, and that's really all you need is an open heart. And there's safety in numbers. That's all I can say when it comes to Satan. There's safety in numbers. Okay? And even the stuff on the internet, I mean, it's okay. You don't get to know anybody. You don't really, nobody's even spoken to me until recently. But no, this is not anything that I would ever want to do. I love I was a nurse for all of my adult life. Took care of people up close and personal. And I love the interaction with people and just trying to make a difference in people's lives and help them. So, in order to make things better, we can't keep doing things the same old way. So I found these videos. You'll see it in the description. Got Questions is the name of the website, and it's all about questions about the Bible. So it's pretty awesome. I just actually started listening to it. I just found it this morning. So this is how I spent my whole day, painting and listening to spiritual things all day, because I truly believe it's this demon here trying to get me in a very bad state. And because I haven't felt this grief like this since the dark night of the soul. So, I mean, it could be partially that one of the big demons left, and they were stopping all of these emotions and stuff. It could be. But there's still this one here. This one has tried to kill me. I mean, literally kill me 5 times already when I sleep. So now when I go to sleep, I cover myself in the blood and I pray to Father God that he does not let anything hurt me while I sleep. And nothing will enter this form that is not of him. I say that every night before I go to sleep. And I anoint myself with the oil. So, unfortunately, that's what has to happen. So I will put the video in the description for anyone who wants it. And they've got really quite a bit of videos that are pretty awesome. Summaries of all the chapters of the Bible. So it's pretty awesome. I hope you guys like it. You have a blessed night.